Hello everyone, this is John from Bearable Traders and I want to review my best and worst trade from 14 April 2021. As always, if you could like this video, subscribe to this channel, or drop a comment, that is always appreciated. My worst trade today was on Baidu. Baidu had a high a day of 219.14 and a volume at entry of 500,000 shares and an RVOL of 30%. So this is an embarrassing trade to go over, but I'm happy to do it. To start, that volume is very low. It's too low. And there are better stocks I should have been watching. mRNA and Tesla were both on the top of my watch list, and I took my eye off them when this caught my eye, and I got into the wrong stock. But this resistance near 219 caught my eye. So you can kind of see it here. It's right near this daily level, which is the high of 2 days ago, and it hits it almost exactly here. At 219.14, hits resistance again, 219.04, and then again at 218.98. And this is what caught my eye, the chance it might break through this daily level. And as I mentioned, it was close to the high of 2 days ago. What I liked is this target you have above of 220. This decade level can really pull price in, and the R4 is sitting just above that. So really, that's a good draw for price too. And since it's 30 cents higher, I thought it might actually be somewhat easy to get from 219 to 220. The 1 minute volume was building, but it fell off at entry. This is kind of a big warning sign. When this is the entry bar for my entry candle, and the volume actually falls off as I enter, and that's never a good thing. And I really should have considered that more. But I was in at that point. But the SPY was also nicely in my direction, and I was really counting on this strong market trend to help make this trade work. I played it on the break of 219 with an entry at 218.99, so I really liked that entry. And I did get, with one little pullback, and all the pullbacks kept getting bought back up, I got a move to 219.87, and this made me very biased that I was right, that this would get to 220. And I never quite got that partial because that's a sale at 219.87. So I was probably looking at a bid up around maybe 219.70, thereabouts. I can't remember exactly. But I didn't get it, and it came back down. And then I got stubborn and mad, and I thought maybe this will hold support where this had previously been resistance. And it did for 3 candles. And that got me staying in this trade too. And I stayed and I stayed, and this time in the morning I should be out in a minute or two. And here I am well into this 5, 6, 7 minutes. And I actually saw a negative 0.5R pullback here before it finally moved in my direction. And yes, I did get some partials, and you can't see the break-even final out, but this is garbage. This is too much hope, and this is not good trading. So in contrast, my best trade was on Boeing. This is a high day break at 257.78. Volume at entry much better than Baidu. 4 million shares, RVOL's 120. Boeing's back in play today a little bit after making a strong move yesterday in Q1 sales numbers. So it had a nice midday move yesterday, and today we're getting some secondary movement out of Boeing. Very aware that the R4 Camarilla pivot, as I discussed in the last trade, is sitting above almost exactly at 258, 258.01. But I figured if I played this on the break of 257.50, the $half level, there's enough room between there and the R4 to not be too scared of a harsh pullback. If I took this 10 cents below R4, that'd be more concerning. So instead of taking it on the actual high a day, expensive stocks like this often have levels of like playability where they can break out at dollar levels and $half levels. So I saw a bit of an ask sitting here at 257.50, and I thought I'd take it on the break of that. The 1 minute volume was pretty much flat. This was concerning. I did see this. But again, the SPY had done a nice uptrend, pulled back, and then was starting to trend back up. And I noticed that when this pullback happened on the SPY, that Boeing didn't respond to it too much. It wasn't that bad. You can see maybe 30 cent move, 30 cent pullback. So it reacted a little bit, but not too harshly. And as soon as the SPY got going again, Boeing was back in the right direction. Took an entry at 257.58. I waited for the bid to break 257.50. I actually wanted to see that since I was taking this below high a day and adding a bit of risk there perhaps. The first partial was early in terms of profit. So I really would have liked this to have popped through 258 and run a bit, and maybe get closer to 258.50, the next $0.5 level. But I respected the fact that R4 is such a common place of resistance, and I said, you know what, let's bank a little bit. And that turned out to be a great idea because it pulled back quite a bit. Obviously, I would have been stopped out at break even. So much better rule following here. The rule in this case is you see resistance at R4, it doesn't blast through it immediately. It's a good idea to take some off there. So that was my best and worst trade. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you.